I have good news. One thing I haven't mentioned previously is that the collective agreement by the Axis nations a couple of years back was to form a reasonably well trained Axis powers people army. So these are individuals who were pretty much forcefully drafted into the military, and they were trained, a little brainwashed, and they will be sent to the Eastern Front to fight and win it, because the way we look at it is our professional soldiers and the people who voluntarily joined the military or who were drafted and accepted to go in, they will not win the war against the Soviets. And it was concluded just before Turkey Spain joined the war, before the Stalingrad front was opened, and we made this final offensive and it was successful. We managed to break through it. Turkey and Spain has joined the conflict. Even with all these gains in Stalingrad right here, Stalingrad front, we still are confident that the Soviets will push us back. They're already manning this front more and more. So, as you may have already noticed, a new force has been created. That's Axis Powers People's Army, and it mostly consists of Axis Powers People's Storm divisions. These are infantry supported by anti-tank regiments. As you can see, these are fine infantry of a 1944 model, and everything seems to be splendid here on this front. What we're gonna do, we are going to also supply ourselves with a large number of officers from various countries. Here, as you can see, we will start moving to the front line. And hopefully this will turn the tide to our favor. We shall see. With that, let's further watch this conflict. It's a first wave of Axis people's militia that are more in training. However, it's not 100% clear if we'll have to draft everybody into the conflict. Furthermore, that's the thing. I have not renamed the corpses because I try to keep this as standard as possible. In any case, here all of these divisions are moving forward now, and hopefully everybody will not run out of supplies. More and more of our troops are going to engage. So our professional army has been left alone. They will not be added to the Axis Powers People's Army because this army may be very different from the regular military. These are pretty much people who were not trained very well, but they have very high eagerness to fight, and obviously this ends up as a large I can't seem to get them to fight properly. I'm going to add them here. Hopefully this will make sure that our brave soldiers are engaged. Okay, I didn't want to add them, however it looks like there's absolutely no better way to do this, no other way to do this. I've met Axis leaders and they told me that the Soviets on their terms are approximately 50% tougher. They can hold the Soviets on a defensive formations. They can attack Stalingrad front, which is not very well manned. The Soviets are afraid that if they would send too many troops from west to the Stalingrad front, they are going to lose influence over them, and even worse. In any case, these divisions of ours that will soon engage, hopefully they're going to do quite a bit of damage to the enemy. We already see first few battles going on, so far people are trying to keep themselves together. As you can see, Axis powers people. Let's not forget that these are from everywhere. We were just giving command because we're known to be very good leaders, and as much as the Nazis or Italians would like to take control of these, unfortunately for them, they're too busy controlling their own professional soldiers, and they don't really have leaders to do anything else. However, we were employed all over the place, and we agreed to kind of, with the help of everybody else, to do this. So as you can see, the situation doesn't look bad at all. And it looks like, at least in the south, where we first did it, we're pushing the front back. Besides that, take a look at this amazing connection right here. Stalingrad front joins the eastern front, so now we don't have to go all the way around through Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey to move into Stalingrad front. No, we can just move right here through that, over the Azov Sea, and we're in. This is absolutely beautiful, and it looks like we are successfully pushing them all back. Yes, it looks like this June offensive is absolutely critical. We are successfully managing to beat them. And these gains right here are the most crucial because we can connect our two fronts. The line is just overextended. Take a look at that. In this area, many Romanians, but these are not necessarily Romanians. It could be that the Nazis just gave these to them. Now look at that. They're even moving back from here. This front is interesting. They are leaving Finland area, and it looks like they will not defend it. That's good for us, obviously. It's fine. Let us just watch this further. There's some really interesting battles going on, no doubts about it. It looks like we're fighting here together with SS against their guards airborne. And so far so good. Look at that, these formations here are absolutely beautiful. We poured approximately 2 to 5 million in like real times, not the game times. In game times there's approximately 2 million, over 2 million people, Axis powers, storm units. People storm units, and as you can see, these are currently spread out but more focused on the south area. Right here we can see the movements, and the movements are very much focused on the south. Our generals wish to push the enemy here in the south. Everything looks very beautiful here. It's just the front is spread out very thin, and we even see that, for example, this garrison division is moving all the way through Russia in trains, and they're probably going to be assigned somewhere here on the western front. Let's see how the movement's taking place here. It looks like here they also are moving troops away from their respective front line. And what about the Japanese? Looks like the Japanese are fighting the British very successfully. I actually even wanted to allocate us reasonably tough force to help them clear the British. However, it looks like the British will not be able to stop them. And if these two front lines do connect, it's best for everybody. Obviously. So initial thrust has been of a major success. If you haven't followed this from the beginning of the war, the front didn't move that much over the last maybe 6 years, 7 years of war. I mean, the front moved that far here over Crimea, maybe in the first couple of years of war. That's in like 1943, 1944, no, 1943, maybe something like that. In any case, we have taken their radar stations. Look at that, Kirovohrad. It looks like the Soviets were so confident in keeping this that oh, look at that, infantry strength decrease, maximum strength decrease. Well, I wouldn't want to decrease our military might. In any case, superior firepower, no, we don't need that. But we will have more fighting related technologies. Spearhead Doctrine, good. That's armor combat within to reduce, so more units will be successfully fighting, which isn't that bad at all. And what else? Special Forces bench upgrade. We don't have that many divisions of this type. We mostly rely on this light armor, and our light armor is quite tough now, so that's good to know. It's actually even tougher than our yet properly undeveloped medium armor. So this is how it looks like. As you can see, it's a small, very small tank with a relatively big cannon. So this is a proper small tank. It's just that the thing is that it just doesn't have an artillery piece on it. It does have a pretty good gun on him, and it's fast, it's small, and it can be destroyed easily anyway. So it's not a tankette or whatever, little tiny tank with a machine gun on it. No, it's not. This is a beast. A small mobile beast. And in the center, the situation barely stabilized. We're currently out of marshes, nearly completely. Let's not forget that our division size has increased. Our brigade size for infantry has increased from 3,000 to approximately 12,000. And that's that. Another thing, I would like to know more about the current battles that are being fought. So we're going to turn on information about this, and let's see. Axis power I command. Let's focus on Moscow. Precisely on Moscow. Look at that. Our high command is telling us that we are a little bit more powerful. Axis powers. Storm. Axis powers. People's Storm Command. Let's just call it like that. So this is a problem, pretty much a meat grinder, to be like precise. So what do we see? Your Highness, we have lost a battle. Over 4,000 of us dead against their 19. So these kind of situations occur when we're attacking their extremely well prepared positions, and so many of us die that we don't even know how many of them died. So we pretty much say a division, half of a division was wiped out, and approximately up to 20 of them died. So that's like an information that everybody was killed to such a kind of horrendous extent that we have absolutely no clue what the hell happened there. They just kind of went there, so few came back, and they were like so lost what the hell happened there that we were not even aware. So that's one of these kind of battles. So we pretty much attacked. They were probably so well entrenched and supplied, so they bombed everybody, killed everybody, counter-attacked everybody, and nobody came back, and we were just like, okay, so 3,000, over 3,000 was dead, and maybe 10 of them. This is a sort of indication that the battle was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy bad. Look at these losses right here, for example. That's one of the other division, other one of these. After 20,000 survived. And however, we all have only an indication of a few of them being killed off, so they can defend, and they can defend very, very well. Alright, we don't need these anymore.